Mic check 1 2. Mic check. Yeah. We in the building. You already know. Trying to get this camera and shit together. Yeah. It's your boy Chaos. You already know it's Just Our Opinion Podcast, broadcasting live and direct in Capizon, California, back home out west. The West is the best, as I always say. Born and raised out this way. You dig? You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful Sunday evening out here. The sun just set. So you already know, shout out to my people back east and down south. You know what I'm saying? I know it's jet black out that way, of course, because, I usually start my podcast at 7:30 Central Standard Time, but I had to start it at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time out here, which basically equals to y'all guys' time, 7:30 Central Standard Time. But anyway, yeah, man, it's about to go down in the town, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, as you can see on the ticker at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? The truth shall make you free, right or wrong. Is the lies the new truth, and the truth is the new lie? Well, from what I can see, it seemed like that to me. I mean, you can't tell the truth about certain things, Elmo. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have to watch what you say what you watch. You know what I'm saying? You say certain things, you can hurt people's feelings, and you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can get jumped on and they'll think it's funny. But when you come right back and hit them where it hurts, then this becomes a big problem, you know what I'm saying? That's like, it's so hypocritical to me. Because, I mean, right is right, wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can't make a wrong into a right, and you can't make a right into a wrong. But this is the type of lifestyle that we're living now. And it hurts dearly because, if you don't want to go along with their persona of life, you shouldn't have to. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to live your life the best way you want to live your life, regardless of what people say and do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be straight, you should be straight. If you want to be gay, you should be gay. If you want to be a woman, you should be a woman. If you want to be a man, you should be a man. If you want to be a child, you should be a child. But at the same time, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Everybody shouldn't have to be pushed to being something that they're not. You know what I'm saying? Because different stroke for different folks. Everything doesn't work the same. But the way they got us set up in society, they got us set up to think that, we all need to go along to get along. No. That ain't never been the case. Because what I might eat ain't gonna make you shit. You know what I'm saying? What's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? Birds of a feather flock together, you know what I'm saying? But all birds don't flock together because all birds are different species. So that means that all birds don't flock together. You know what I'm saying? You don't see the pigeons flying with the geese. You don't see the geese flying with the seagulls. You don't see the seagulls flying with the eagles. You don't see the eagles flying with the turkey vultures. So everybody's in their own little habitat. But they birds, true enough, yeah, but at the same time, they don't get along with they don't go along to get along with each other like that. They all in their own little area, But the way this society is set up, they feel like we all supposed to be on the same bandwagon together. But that's bullshit. I'm like, I gotta go. Cause I don't get down like that. That ain't even my get down. You know what I'm saying? I mean, regardless of what you say, or what you feel, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's you. I shouldn't have to fuck around there and basically go along with whichever you feel like I should go along with, you know? but that's just the way they got us side up in society. You know, I mean, but anyway, I know y'all heard a lot of stuff going on with Kylie Irving and the brother Kanye West, and my thing is, with the whole situation, you know, them brothers are entitled to their own opinion, and what I mean they're entitled to their own opinion is that they should be able to feel the way they want to feel, say what they want to say, do what they want to do, long as it ain't to the point where it's hurting somebody. But a lot of times they'll say, well, it do hurt people because you shouldn't have to say no stuff like that because it hurt people's feelings. But our feelings been hurt for 500 years, and it's still to this day it's hurting us. You know what I'm saying? And Kylie Irvin basically was going off the template of a book that he read that he got off of Amazon. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly. And it became a big old problem because, see, I'm going to tell you why it became a problem. See, one thing about it, when you basically are in the industry of the NBA, NFL, MLB, you have to basically go along to get along, regardless of how you say and feel. They basically telling you put your feelings in your pocket, because if you basically get out here and start talking about those that feed you, those who that basically put ends in your pocket, they have a problem with you. And that's basically the concepts of how slavery was. See, slavery, they felt like, if you on my plantation, you gonna work. We gonna feed you a little bit. It might not be what you want, but you gonna get fed, and you gonna work these fields, and you gonna do everything that I tell you to do, or it's gonna be consequences behind it. Well, that don't even exist anymore. Now you got this new slavery, and it's called the mindset slavery. To where they basically bring back the old slave mentality again, but in the mindset of basically telling you what you can do and what you can't do, how you can do and how you can't do. They expect you to just play ball and don't worry about your feelings. Keep your feelings in your pocket. But at the same time, they don't realize that if a person feels some type of way, they should be able to air it out regardless of what they do. But see, that's the thing about it. They feel like that most black people don't have common sense to know who they are, and they're glad that they don't know who they are, so that way they can just use you up the way they see fit, especially if you get money from them. Because shit, basically, maybe 8 to 10, maybe 9 to 10 out of 10 chances. I mean, this society, as far as the entertainment is concerned, are young black men that play ball come from single black parent homes. And they already know. A lot of times the young folks, they're not knowing about their history of who they really are out here. All they want to know is all they know is that I can play ball. And that's what they've been pushing on us since the beginning of time, even way back in the days, you know what I'm saying, as far as the 1920s and 30s, you know what I'm saying. Their whole concept was like, you can play ball. Well, not 20s, because they didn't start really letting black people into the majors and like baseball until like 1940. But even back in them days, 40, 50, 60, whatever, all they wanted you to do was entertain, sing, dance, tell jokes, and play ball. Or even yet, if you're gonna play in the movies, you're gonna play either a housekeeper or something. You're gonna play something that's gonna be pretty much degrading to your credibility as a man or a woman. And that's what is going on till this day. You know, I mean, look at all the slave movies they done brought out since former President Obama was in the White House. They done had back-to-back slave movies because they letting you know that yeah, you got a black man in the White House, but at the same time, we still see you who we say you are, and that's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Regardless.
Excellent.
So, I mean, as bad as it might seem, as bad as it might look, you know, you basically acting, you know, you're working for the enemy, and they know. But at the same time, they don't expect you to basically talk against them because they already know. Hey, we paying you, motherfuckers. Do what you're supposed to do, and don't worry about the rest. Because most likely the little hat people know they not really who they are, but at the same damn time they claim who they are because this is who they labeled themselves as when they came over here. And you got to understand how this society is set up anyway. It's set up off the backs of the original people, and that's black people. From the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we eat, the way we sleep, the way we shit, the way we do everything. You know, they are our babies, believe it or not. They learn from us, but they don't want to give you the credibility because when you get the credibility, that means that you don't need them. And they don't want that because when you start feeling like you start smelling yourself, thinking that you're more empowering than they are, then they have a problem with you. See, Kanye West basically was working the middle. And what I mean by him working the middle, Kanye, he basically knew that he's gonna roughen fellas on both sides of the coin. Because I was just debating the brother on Facebook. He was basically saying that if people think Kanye did something right, you slowly mistaken. You making a damn fool out of yourself. But how in the fuck we making a fool out of ourselves by defending our brother? Well, Kanye had on a White Lives Matter t-shirt. Okay. White people had on a Black Lives Matter t-shirt. And guess what? They had their Black Lives Matter t-shirt on in their neighborhoods where you're not even nowhere in the picture at. But are you saying anything about that? Hell no. But because see, it's easy to ridicule your own, but not ridicule the ones that don't see you as an equal. And that's as easy as said and done with. You know, I mean, a lot of times we feel like that when we talk, we try to basically say, I'm not a racist, I'm not a bigot, I'm not against white people or whatever the case may be. And white people say the same thing. But in reality, we are racist. Everybody in this country has a racist blood stain in their body because of historical situations. And we need to stop fooling each other like we don't. Because we do. You know, I've seen the interview with Brother Kyrie Irving, and he basically was just saying what he was reading, a book that he read that was supposed to have been written by a little hat man and was sold on Amazon. The book basically covers the real Israelites, and the real Israelites of back in the days and even today are dark-skinned men and women. So by him finding out this and basically wanting to share it with the world and the people around him, he becomes anti-Semite. And I noticed that every time a black person or whatnot basically find out their real historical bloodline or origins, they automatically throw the anti-Semite in there. And most people around the country, and maybe in the world, don't even know what an anti-Semite or a real Semite is or whatever. Because all they know is it sound bad and that you shouldn't say nothing about the little hat people. That's the first thing you think about. Because they already know. Chances are you really don't know your history. But you try to find out your history up under the tutelage of working for them. And they don't like that. Because when you start getting big-headed and acting like you more than they are, oh, they got to get rid of you. They got to basically shit on you in every direction that they know and see fit. That's just the way it is. But when it comes down to the point that you basically doing your own thing into your own demands or whatever, then they really don't have too much to say. Because they like, oh, well, hell, he ain't coming to us, so who gives a fuck? Ain't nobody gonna really listen to him. But see, Kyrie Irving knows that he's a good basketball player, whatever the case may be. He know a lot of people know him, and yada yada yada. Same way with Kanye West. Kanye West is a well-known rapper. You know what I'm saying? He's a self-proclaimed billionaire. He did business with a lot of little hat people businesses. But the thing that people don't realize what Kanye done was basically spoke out on how he felt about how he was getting played by the little hat people. And that was the whole argument on Drink Champs. Because you got to understand, we are living in a time where young people can basically sign a contract with little hat people about rapping, on killing, stealing, dissing they black women, and basically just materializing cars, clothes, and jewelry. We have been basically, our young folk, well, I ain't gonna say we, but our young folks, which is we can say this, might well say this we fucking, you know what I'm saying? Our young folks have been brainwashed to think that that's a beautiful thing to basically talk about what they'll do to their own brother or sister. And the little hat people fund this music. They basically are the distribution heads of the music that is being played. Kanye West basically made it clear to Sean on Drink Champs who the real anti-Semites were. Because even if you say that you are one of them people, because if you look in scriptures, they were the merciful people. They were the good people. They were the harmless, God-fearing people. But here you are running the industry, basically promoting violence amongst dark people, as they say, people of color. Now, if you say that you love and care for the human beings on this planet, then why would you want to fund the young who basically don't know their ass from a hole in the ground, basically? Because even if they are 20-some years old, they're still in the learning process because they just not too long came out of high school. You know, God rest the dead to the young brother that just died a couple of days ago. Take off. You know, I don't know nothing about the young man. You know, I mean, I've got a couple of Mingo songs. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of Mingo songs on my mixtapes back here, and it was fun because my brother Dar Prince and I were just talking about Mingos week after last, if I ain't mistaken, because I never heard or heard them in the mainstream anymore. So I was wondering, we know what they're doing, you know what they sell, and then this situation comes up, but it seems like that's a trending situation that we need to stop ASAP. And why by me saying this is because young people really don't understand life being serious. Because even to the women, you know, I love my beautiful black women. But if you guys are listening out there, I got a straight bone to pick with y'all. And my bone that I'm picking with you guys is that this is why us as black men need to be in our kids' lives. A lot of y'all say we don't want to be in our kids' lives because we're not in y'all lives. But it's pretty much the other way around. I'm not saying all of you, but you know who you are. Because you felt like when the man ain't in a relationship with you anymore, he's not in a relationship with his child anymore. And that's not what it's all about. Remember, child support, the key word is child. And the other word is support, not mother support, not mammy support, but child support. Let these men be in these young men's lives. Because I don't know if you know, but we're getting up out of here wholesale. Wholesale. We are dying at a Norman rate. And the reason why is because we are all divided and being conquered. Like I say, I've had arguments, debates about certain things. You know, back here a couple of days ago, I had a debate about this song, Blaming the White Man. And the song, it means well to a certain degree, but the thing is, the song is basically saying one side of the coin, not the other side. And the other side is forget about the white man, basically, and let's blame each other, because that's very easy to do, to blame each other for our own demise. When we didn't put ourselves in bondage, we didn't put ourselves in slavery, we didn't put ourselves in a lack of economic growth. Like I say, it's always a method to the madness out here in the society because we don't really know our history. We're afraid to turn back the pages of history because we're afraid that we're gonna see something that we ain't gonna like, and we're gonna have to go to work and look at these people in the face and try to smile with them. But at the same time, they know your shit, and they go to work with you every day and smile in your face. But they also know that my grandpa, grandpa, and everybody fucked over your people. What can you say? You can't say your people fucked over their people. But like I say, that's the demise of us not knowing the real history of ourselves in this society. But we always try to play the backfield in motion because we're afraid we're gonna lose something we ain't never had. No way. These guys out here that basically run the industry, run the corporations and all that stuff, they know who you are better than you do. If you was ever go to one of these CEO houses and they got pictures of different things dealing with back in the days and stuff that you might find uncomfortable, It'll blow your mind. It'll make you really look stupid as hell. It'll make you upset. Because you're like, I can't believe Mr. Charlie got this on his wall. Yeah, why you can't? He's giving a reminder. He's giving a goddamn reminder of who you are. And how he got where he is in the high rankings. So, when you say that, we need to stop blaming the white man, hell, who you going every time you get a couple of dollars, who you gonna shine on? Who you gonna make jealous? You. You ain't going in their neighborhood making them jealous. Of course not. Because you buying from them. You sit around there pulling up in a $3 million Lamborghini. Shit, there's a motherfucker got about 5 of them motherfuckers for the same price and got more money than you ever have. But at the same time, that's just how it is. While we sitting around here playing checkers, they playing chess on our ass. Plain and simple as that. That's why we have to learn how to love one another, love each other first, and then love one another. Because see, when you love yourself at every aspect of society, guess what? You become the victor of your own demise, of your own destiny. That's one thing about hip hop that I really miss. When rappers used to call themselves MCs, masters of ceremony. Because being a master of your own ceremony means that you're the master of your own destiny. So you're going to rap about some positive things that discerns everything in your society, in your community, in your world, where you live. See, we went from being the MCs to being little. Imagine that. Remember MC Light, MC Shan, Young MC, MC Shadi. Everybody was MCing because everybody wrote their own destitutional situations where it was like, yeah, I'm in control of what I say. And I stand on what I say. But Mr. Charlie came in there and said, we got to take that out of here. Now we got to put in the young and the little. So now you got, and when you think about little, that's somebody that's real young and don't is still young-minded, not really knowing how society really works, not really in control of his own destiny. Somebody's in control of him. That's why you got rappers like Lil Boosie, Lil Yachty, Lil Duval, you know what I'm saying, Lil Uzi. I mean, all the Lil Baby, the Baby. I mean, these are names of young, lifeless-minded beings that don't really know how reality really works. And they're making fun of us each and every day of our lives, y'all, by calling these guys little. That ain't nothing cute. Some people are like, well, shit, I remember they had a blues singer named Lil Milton. That's not the same thing. Because see, back in them days, they wasn't trying to control the contents of what you did back in the day, because only thing they were doing was playing instruments and singing about certain things, that basically doing what hip hop used to do, talk about the realities of life. They don't want you to do that anymore, because when you start talking about realities of life, you basically control the trajectory of your society. See, Leon Cohen, who was over Def Jam, basically said it out of his own mouth. Basically said, hey, shit, yeah, we funded that type of music because, hey, shit, we got to get paid. My family got to eat. So if he telling you that shit, why the fuck would you even waste your time Listen to anything these people have to say. And I'm not saying that they all fucked up, but there's a lot of them that's fucked up that basically don't give a rat's ass about nothing. I got a video, in fact, by a guy who basically put out what these folks were doing. And I mean, I'm not saying that, they won't turn on each other, because that's not even impossible, because I believe that there are people that basically feel some type of way about how we being treated in society. But this guy here, let me see if I can find that video. He basically laid it out clearly about the hip hop CEOs that funded the rap music of today, and how they basically don't give 10 shakes of a fat rat's ass about you. Matter of fact, let me see if I gotta go to YouTube and pull it up. But I mean, it's out here. I mean, because like I said, you got these guys, man. They basically you got some people out here trying to help us. Let's see. I don't know. I wish I knew his name. Okay. Oh shit. I thought I had it. Let's see. But man, if y'all, I mean, when I seen that, I was just tripped out, because I was like, okay, he telling like a TRT is. But at the same time, a lot of us, we'll find ourselves saying, well, that don't mean nothing, because, I mean, he's still with the other side regardless of what. I don't know. I mean, because a lot of times, I mean, one thing I can tell you about a person's mindset, regardless of how evil they are, they still got feelings. So let me see. I want to see if I can find that video. Oh, there it is. Let me bring it over to my channel. But yeah, this guy here, man. When I see that, I was like, okay, all right, I get where you're going with this, homie, because he basically made it be clear on what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how this shit gonna turn out in the future, but he basically brought it to the attention. And I'm gonna bring that video up right now. Let's see, here we go. Let me bring it back.
Seeing that a rapper from Migos died, I just wanted to go ahead and make a video about something I had a unique experience. So I directed a bunch of rappers, people like Gucci Mane, Snoop Dogg, Lil Yachty, the list goes on and on and on, okay? I learned a lot of things, and I have left the industry largely over my political beliefs, but there is something I want to impart to people to hopefully, make some sort of change happen. So I have a challenge to rappers. And I know some of you still follow me. I know a bunch of the celebrity blogs still follow me from trying to get news from music videos and things like that. So here's the truth. The truth is this: a bunch of young black male rappers keep dying. You know who's not dying? Record executives. The record executives that push for them to continue to make songs and create a culture that is obsessed with death, drugs, and sex. Period. The industry's obsessed with it. Those record executives, they're not dying because they don't push this culture on their own people. but they're encouraging you to push it on yours. They're paying you handsomely to do it. The reality is, I know a lot of you. A lot of you are good people. You're family guys. You're not the image that you put out there to the world. Why? Why don't you be the example? Stand up. I challenge you. Be the example. Make music about the culture you want to see. Don't just get online today and talk about how, whenever a rapper makes it, his own people take him down. Don't just make those videos. Don't be sad. Don't rest in peace. None of that stuff. Be the change you want to see. Inspire it in your community. Reach out to other rappers and say, we have to stop. We're being used. You've been used for a long time. They create this paradigm to make you believe that you're so important and your celebrity status is worth so much, but in truth, you're a pawn in their game and you always have been. The government has wanted to hold down communities of people in different ways through different methods for a very long time. Their method in the Black community has been to use entertainment to create a culture obsessed with death, drugs, sex, and money, so that they could create a false paradigm of what happiness and what success really was. And in doing so, they created a world that also made people more dependent on government, and as a result, gave themselves more power. The record executives that push you to do this, to go and continue to profit off the backs of your work, they're in cahoots with the elite. They're in cahoots with the government. They want you to think you're important, but in truth, you're just doing their dirty work for them, so stop. They've empowered you in ways that are real. You have an audience, you have platforms, you have the ability to make change. So go against the grain together. They're more afraid of you all together standing up and creating a new culture that's built around family, faith, freedom, doing the right thing, valuing life, than they are of anything else. So I challenge you. Use your power to do the right things. If you continue to do the same thing you've done, more rappers like this are going to die. How many have to die before you change the culture? And let me tell you something else. There's a reason the record labels pay us more to do rap videos. They don't tell you that, do they? Do they tell you that they pay us more to do your videos? Because they do it because they know it's more difficult, and they do it because, frankly, because they do. They do it because they know it's more dangerous. They do it because they know it's more difficult, and they do it because, frankly, there's a lot of money laundering involved. Those labels wash a bunch of money through. We don't do it, but we know the labels are doing it 100%. Okay, they're then taking the money off the top end, and you see on your royalty check, oh, they spent $150,000 on this video. Did they? Because we didn't see $150,000. Okay, and to who? Their friend's company? A lot of times that's the case. Same thing with insurance companies. They charge us more to insure your videos. And it's because they know the culture that's been created. They know that the only possibility of a music video being shot up is on a rap video. And that's the truth. So change the culture. You have the power. Your people deserve it. Guys,
straight like that. Shout out to that guy there. He basically broke it down from the rooter to the tutor. And of course, he was one of them. And I don't know if he was just saying that because he pretty much feel like most black people are not going to listen to that. No way, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not on Fox, CNN, CBS, ABC, NBC, or none of the big media platforms. So that chances are it's just basically like worthless information. Because they already know. He can get on there and talk all that shit all he want to. But at the same time, they're not gonna listen to you, buddy. They probably say, "Oh, ain't nobody but GMO for what the hell." He don't even realize them some bitches, them folks ain't gonna listen. And they gonna constantly continue to make this good old true drill and trap music. You know what I'm saying? Because they need the money. They need the money because the money that they know they never had before is needable. Is basically going to help me from getting off the poverty spot that I've always been in my life. And see, back to the women, to my black women. See, a lot of times, like I say about black women letting black men be in their kids' life, is a prime example of what I'm talking about. They want you to have an understanding that they see fit because see they know that if they know that your the child's father is not in the child's life or whatever the case may be, they can come to you and brainwash you to think that hey, if you got a son that say he can rap, oh yeah, we'll sign him on, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna have the money on one side of the table and they're gonna have the contract on the other side. 10 out of 10 chances he's not gonna read the contract. The contract is worthless, as he may think. What's up, Chop Chop? He gonna think the contract is worthless because the executives they like shit. Don't worry about reading all that shit. Just go ahead and sign the dotted line. It's just saying that we gave you the money and blah 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 blah, and that you're gonna basically fulfill the music and all that other stuff. You know, don't worry about all that. Not knowing that you signed a death warrant. And your mother, my beautiful black women, y'all not thinking about that. Oh, y'all thinking about my baby finna make some money and we ain't gonna be poor no more. We gonna be setting good. I ain't gotta work at Kentucky Fried Chicken, Church's Chicken, or any other chicken places no more. Everything gonna be hunky dory, and I'm gonna be able to show these hoes that say my son wasn't shit and that I wasn't shit. We gonna be on the top of the food chain, not even knowing that it's a setup. That's just how this shit works. Cause they already know. You're not thinking clearly. You thinking out of emotions, basically trying to shit on your own kind about what kind of riches you think you and your boy are gonna really get. That's all you're thinking about. You ain't thinking about the consequences behind that money, because you don't think there's no consequences behind that money. Because you got a smiley face, hair, little hat person coming telling you, oh, we're gonna take care of your son. He's gonna be able to find this and that and another. He's gonna be number one. I'm gonna make damn sure I'm gonna look out for him every step of the way. But like I say, that's how they do you. Tell you one thing and do another. And then when your son died, they're gonna come right back at you. I'm so sorry to hear about such and such dying, but I tried to tell him not to go there and this and that and other, blah 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 blah. Not knowing that they signed her son up for the okie doke. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why we need to get back as a family unit like it used to be. Like fucking Florida Evans and James, goddamn it. Good times type of family. Where the father basically was running the home and holding things down like he's supposed to. Because black women, y'all don't have to do this shit by yourself, but y'all chose to do it by yourself, and it's heartbreaking. Because when I see you when I get on Facebook, y'all always got something bad to say about a black man. Niggas need to get their shit together. Niggas this, niggas. You sound like the fucking Klan. But you never say what you need to get your shit to do. Get your shit together. You never talk about what you need to do. Like loving yourself first. Stop spending all this money buying hair, hat, and eyelashes and putting all this makeup on your face, trying to be somebody that you're not. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that you need to learn how to shut the fuck up and listen to what somebody have to tell you. You don't want to talk about that, do you? Because a lot of black women, don't get me wrong, you have the right to voice your opinion, but sometimes y'all go way overboard. and talk a little bit too much. And sometimes you talk yourself out of a blessing that could have been given to you. Because I had my share of females in my time that I've generally tried to tell them how this thing called life works. And it's like it went in one ear and out the other. All because, hey, I'm a truck driver DJ. I don't know no better. I don't own no company. So, hey, y'all listen to you, nigger. You're not to be listened to, nigger. But at the same time, you going home to a cold ass bed. Everybody else going home to a warm bed. Now think about that shit for a second. Yeah. Sound like the Klan. Sitting up there, every time you look around, I've seen many posts on Facebook. Nigger this, nigga these cheat, nigga this, nigga that. You don't even understand the gratification of nature of a man. It's meant for a man to see more than one woman. Sillies. Because man is the seed layer. So that means you're the ground. So he's supposed to lay his seed to procreate new life on this planet. You ain't supposed to be trying to go up against the grain or go competition with a man. You can't do it. That's what got your ass fucked up in the first place, trying to be like a man. Listening to these little hat people telling you that you have the same potential as a man. No, you don't. So you mean tell me that the Most High God don't know what he was doing when he created you and created man? Oh, okay then. That's why you walking around here with all type of health problems. Your back hurting, legs hurting, head hurting. Coming up with all these cancers and things of that nature. Because you trying to run competition with a man. Come on now. Use common sense. And wonder why grandma, great-grandma, great-great-grandma was living to see their hundreds, 90s and 100, when you can barely hit 30 or 40 or even 50. Man, y'all better get it together for real and fast. But I understand truly, because a lot of y'all basically are taking what they call in the Matrix, the blue pill. You need to be fucking with the red pill. Yeah, that's like a Democrat Republican pill, eh? The blue pill is Democrat and the red pill is Republican pill. Wow. Well, I can say I don't deal with the politics. That's what I call them, politics. I don't call them politics. I mean, even though you can call them politics, because the honorable, like Brother Rizal Islam, shout out to him, say what he said. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad say, poly meaning multiple and tick meaning bloodsuckers, multiple bloodsuckers, politics. I don't mess around with politics because I know that they all in cahoots to keep people deaf, dumb, and blind and confused. They're not out here to help you or see into your greatness. Because a lot of these motherfuckers that are politicians don't even live nowhere around you, and they care they give 10 shakes of a fat rat's ass about you. Joe Biden, he basically broke the commode when he said what he said, and everybody basically skipped all around that part when he said, you ain't black if you don't vote for him. Nobody said nothing. But y'all picking on Kanye West and the brother Irvin that plays basketball, and all they were doing just learning their history that we seem to be ducking, dodging. Brett Favre stole money in Mississippi. Nobody said nothing about that either. We can duck and dodge that too. Well, only I can say, we better get it together and fast, my beautiful black people. And this is not being racist to my Caucasian counterparts out there. I'm just talking to my people because see, y'all seem to have it together. I can't basically rebuttal on things that's going on with you guys. But I can't say this much. A lot of y'all need to get y'all shit together too. Because if blacks and whites didn't argue the most, they can see that the government is screwing us both. In the words of KRS-One. Because we all came over here on different ships. But right now, we're at the same boat. Ain't nobody better than the next motherfucker. If your ass working a 9-to-5 job every day, yeah, you ain't no better than me. I ain't no better than you. We all need to pull together. Because it's a gang of us. It's a gang of us. And only a handful of them. Now you go figure. Think about that. We don't even know about how much power we have if we all just join forces like Voltron. But that's just the way it is, I guess. Now, I was talking about on my ticker is the lie, the new truth, and the truth is the new lie. I come to a conclusion to believe that the lie is the new truth. Because a lie can be told in all type of ways. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't know this person really. I mean, just think about it. When Facebook firstly reignited in the early part of the late part of 2000, just think about it. People that you've been knowing for years that didn't have shit to show for, all of a sudden they up on the top of the food chain. They got this going on. They got that going on. I got this big old crib. I got this nice car. I got a good paying job. I'm about it, ride it. Master P type of shit. But if you was to go ever see these people, none of that don't even seem to exist. Because they basically live in a fantasy on social media. Because it's easy to live your fantasy when people really don't know who you are or what you got going on because they're not around you all the time. You know, I mean, you could be whoever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? When you're on social media, you could be the baddest motherfucker in town. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even to the point where pictures are being taken, and you can filter it, make you look all pretty, and you know what I'm saying, get rid of all your bumps and all your war wounds and everything on you, until that person meet up on you and it's like, uh-oh. And then you look suspicious. Straight suspicious. Like, what the fuck? You didn't look like that on that damn picture. But, you know, you went along with it. You're like, okay. I mean, you know, I know if she look good on that picture, I know she probably look good in person. Till you roll up, next thing you know, you looking crazy the motherfucker. Like, damn, I done fucked up. Like, I thought I had me Halle Berry and ended up with Frankenberry. Thought I had Tamala Jones and ended up with Grace Jones. Damn. Your feelings hurt like a motherfucker. But that's how social media is. You can be what you want to be. You can do what you want to do. That's why you have to be careful when you look at stuff on social media, because everything on social media is not what it seems. You know, they lie on social media like they do in the news. You know, that's why media is just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not to tell the truth. It's to basically put out a lie. Propaganda for the proper gooses. And they consider us as the masses as the proper gooses. Followers, not leaders. Because if we were leaders, we wouldn't listen to half of the shit that they tell us. It's easy to tell, goddamn it, shit, they had a shooting over in such and such, and you know, all these people, they telling you all these people that didn't die and pull all these crisis actors up and all that old shit. Because they know we are emotional people. They know that we just want to live. Just basically, leave me alone. Let me be. But at the same time, while we talking about leave me alone, let me be, they still fucking us. Okay, now going into the truth is a lie. Well, the truth is a lie consists of a person basically telling the God's given truth, but get ridiculed for it. Remember when your mom and your dad used to tell you won't get no ass whooping if you tell the truth. But at the same time, sometimes they'll fool you and you won't get your ass whooped. But a lot of times it's best off to just go ahead and get it over with, tell the truth. That way you won't get in no trouble. And you've been trained your whole life from a child to a teenager, even up to an adult, to tell the truth. But when you get out here in society, it's a whole different get down. You ain't supposed to tell the truth. You're supposed to tell a damn lie. Because sometimes the truth can be just what it will. What it be? It won't set you free. Like I say, like in the Bible, it says the truth will make you free. Supposedly, but in the reality, no, it doesn't. It gets you in trouble. Because when you tell the truth, you basically is getting somebody in trouble. And it don't make them free. It make them locked up. It make them get ridiculed by the masses some kind of way. Or anything. But this is how it confuses society, because the lie is the new truth, the truth is the lie. You know, and one thing I can say about Kylie and Kanye West, they basically were spitting the truth. But they got in trouble for it because it was the truth. Please believe it wasn't no lie. Because if it was a lie, they would have let it wash off his back. They let it wash off his back like water. But they know it was the truth. But at the same time, the masses don't know it's the truth. Because like I said again earlier, we don't do a historical look back on things. So it becomes to the point where we basically going off of whatever they tell us. And that's what make them feel comfortable, knowing that they lying to your ass and that you basically going along to get along. So there you have it. They ain't gonna sit up there and debate Kanye and say, Kanye, you telling a damn lie. They don't have to. All they gotta do is just get out here and just shut them down and be through with it. And then most of the goofy people that basically don't know their history or don't know what's really going on, gonna sit up there and go right behind the man, go behind the powers that be and say, oh, Kanye shouldn't have said nothing. God damn. He should have just kept his goddamn mouth shut. Yeah, now he gonna miss out on his money now. But here's the thing. He gonna miss out on his money, as you say? Okay. Well, if he's missing out on his money, why is he missing out on his money? Because he told the truth? Or did he tell a lie? But I don't think he told him a lie. I believe it was just the point that it was the truth and they didn't want it to be revealed. They didn't want it to be revealed. So you have people that look just like us that basically back the power that be and say, you wrong when you done, motherfucker. The bitch tell no shit like that. And you sit around there and basically side with them, not knowing your own history. Because they know that Kanye was telling the truth. They know that Kanye was going. Because like I said, we not Kanye. We don't know what the industry does. But it has been shown time and 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 time again what's been happening to our people. But we seem to ignore it. But hey, it is what it is. Let's see what time it is. 7:34. Yeah, 7:34. Guess I'm gonna give myself another 20 more minutes. But I'm gonna get up off of this whole situation, you know. Anyway, I was looking at the fact that yesterday was the 27th anniversary of the passing of my mother. Miss Almeda Moden King, the woman who made me, the woman who basically brought me into this world right here in Southern California. May 17, 1976. Dr. Martin Luther King Memorial Hospital in South Central Los Angeles. One thing I can tell you, my remembrance of my mother was that my mother never wanted to see me without. I've always had pretty much the finer things in life, and it was never to the point where I didn't ever have what I didn't want, because my mother loved me that much. And by me being the baby of the family at the time, she pretty much kept me close to her more than ever. And what I can tell you about my mother, dear, was she was a very humble and a beautiful black woman who basically was born and raised in the South, Mississippi Delta, Hollandale. And when she left Hollandale in 1963, and moved to Chicago, Illinois, she met my father, Robert King Jr. I'm Robert King Sr. And they had been together for a long time. They got married, had my sister, then moved to LA in 1968. 6 years later, 7 years later, I was born. My mother, was the type of woman where she looked out for herself, true enough, but she basically wanted to make sure everybody else was straight. She was a damn good cooker. She was a damn good provider. She was a womanly woman. She was not trying to be no better than a man. She basically was being how God made and created her. And one thing I can say about that woman is that I'm very proud to say that I was her son and she was my mother. And that she basically brought me to the point of being who she knew I was going to be, and that was a man with the help of my father. Can't leave him out because they both were together until their dying days. And my mindset of that particular time is the reason why I feel the way I feel in society as far as being a man is concerned. Because I came from a two-parent home. So everything that's going on in today's society in 2022, I can't rock with because I'm not used to that and I'm not trying to be used to it. You know, I come from that where my mother basically let my dad lead the house. You know what I'm saying? Provide, protect, and serve. I mean, even though my dad and my mom had run-ins like everybody else's mother and father in society back in the days had, but my mother had this special type of love for my father, just like my dad had a special type of love for her. And that's all I knew. So when I got to the point where when I ventured off in my life and started to try to get in where I fit in as far as me being with my significant other, most of the females that I've met, they couldn't do what I was raised to know how to do. They tried in some aspect or another, but a lot of them just couldn't hold the candle because a lot of them didn't come from the same lifestyle that I came from. So it was kind of hard for them to basically paint the picture that I see, that I can basically say that's a beautiful picture. And one thing I can say is that my mother was a beautiful soul, and I miss her, love and miss her to death. And to y'all that still have a mother, always be there for your mother, regardless if she get on your nerves or not, because you never know. It might be that last time that you see your mother breathing. So just give an idea on about loving your mother, emotionally, unconditionally, etc. Because she didn't have to bring you into the world. She could have just Planned Parenthood your butt, but she brought you here. So obviously she did love you. She might not said it the way you see fit, but sometimes people just don't know how to say or do things despite the mother, you know, saying how she loved a daughter or son or whatever the case may be, because she basically was trying to figure the situation out herself. So it be that way sometimes. But anyway, God rest her dead, Mom. Love you, miss you, and all that good stuff. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. This guy here these guys here sending me this Kanye West crap with him wearing a mega hat. One thing I can say pretty much, because I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to see. I'm going to send this. See if I can get it. Hopefully, there's somebody that come on in and watch and listen to what I have to say on Facebook. I just sent the link over there. Here's the thing about Kanye West before I get up off of here. You know, I've heard stories all the time about what Kanye have done, have said, and things of that nature. I don't know fully. I only know what the media basically puts out here. And you got to remember the media is the same media that basically tells their story that they see fit, because they know that if you're in control, if you control of the masses mindset, you control of the world. And one thing about it, you got to remember who runs the media. The little hat people runs the media, so they basically can put out any type of subject matter that makes them feel comfortable, that they see fit, yada yada yada. And you see Kanye wearing this "Make America Great Again" hat, and it just make you just go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. When you realize, when you know damn well, the Democratic Party never done jack shit for black people, period. That's the reason why we're in the state we are in now, because they showing their ugly ass hands, basically letting young men get out here and do all kind of fuck shit to each other through the music, through social media, and in society itself. Nothing is serious anymore. And you want to blame Trump for that? No. Blame Sleepy Joe. And I'm not even a Republican. But at the same time, Trump is not in the White House right now. Sleepy Joe is. And what is Sleepy Joe doing? Not a damn thing for you, me, or anybody else in this goddamn place. This man is damn near 80 years old. He need to be at home watching cartoons. All he doing is just out here doing what they basically got a finger up his ass to do. Nothing. The only reason why you feeling some type of way, because Trump basically saying what most strong black men been saying. We need to get out here and do our own damn thing. Create our own situations and do for self. Stop waiting on them to do it for us. You've heard your mother tell you to take out the trash. It shouldn't be to the point they get on television and tell you to take out the trash. Or your daddy tell you to take out the trash. Get an education, this, and that, and that. But we done got so comfortably fit with this democratic society, to where they basically putting in every damn thing out here known to man to destroy the community, the black community at that. Because they make, it's like they throw the rock and hide their hand and tell you it's your fault, which it is, because you shouldn't depend on them to tell you how to raise your child. You're supposed to be in there raising your own goddamn child. They didn't lay down and get you pregnant, or the man that lay down and was there, to watch you get pregnant, or whatever the case may be. That was you, between you and that man. But we sit up there and we basically side with the devil, and this is what you get. Yeah, they're gonna put out a bad visual about Trump, make America great again, red hats and all this stuff. Because guess who run the media? The left wing. They basically run most of the media, but they're the same people as the right wing. They all partying together. Only thing about it, they're just gonna put on one. They're gonna make the Democratic Party look more of where we help the black people more than the Republican. And it's all a confused fuckery game that they playing with us. Like I said earlier, we playing checkers, homie. Y'all playing chess. We playing checkers, homie. They're playing chess. They know how emotional scorn we are. Same way with the R. Kelly situation. Same way with Bill Cosby. Black people sitting up there talking bad about R. Kelly. Bill Cosby. not really knowing the full detail on neither one of those subject matters. But like I say, hey, one day you'll get it if it don't be too damn late. Please believe that. So to my man in the comment section on Facebook saying, trying to send me that little video with the mega hat and all that, I don't give a damn about none of that. Because that's not the root to our problem. Our root to our problem is us sticking together as black men and black women. Because our kids seeing us divided, and they out here basically they basically out here raising themselves, rooting for themselves. That's why they're making bad decisions on rapping off a trap and drill music. Because ain't nobody telling them what's real and what's fake anymore. Back in the days, elderly folks used to say, hey, boy, don't do that shit. Now you got the elderly folks, I ain't fucking with them young niggas. They crazy. But guess where they come from? They come from us. So you afraid of your own seed? Oh, okay then. Continue to keep being afraid. And watch what happens. But anyway, guess I'll go ahead and wrap this thing up. Shout out to guys that came in and looked, listening to whatever the case may be. I know my volumes is down on pop, as far as the views is concerned. Hopefully I can get it up. You know what I'm saying? But as always, man, y'all tell a friend to subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? At DJ Chaos the Mix Master on YouTube. And if you got anything you want to promote or whatever the case may be, you can always hit me up at my Gmail account at chaoticdjsmusic@gmail.com. Or if you got a Twitch account, you can always watch this program live and direct at DJ Chaos Music Lover _46 at twittertv.com. Or you can friend me and follow me on Facebook at Halo Jones. Well, it's been a rough one. It's been a ball one. It's all kind of shit. But hey, it is what it is. Much love, respect to my people. One thing I love me and I love my people. I just want my people to love themselves and get an understanding with themselves. That's the only way we can be able to basically get through this thing called tyranny of our society. Yeah, they say we're a menace. True enough, yeah, but hey, we didn't create that menace for something. They created it for us. Please believe that. But y'all have a good night back east. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get up here and try to work on my back because my back is killing me, man. It's been hurting me since Friday, so I'm trying to work on that. But anyway, y'all have a good night, man. It's your boy Chaos. I'm out.